Welcome to Radical Comment of the Week for May 26th through June the 1st. These are the very best comments from that time period. First up, with the almost honorable mentions, we have Lawrence Dagstein, ServBot42, and Ken's Game Collection. The first honorable mention comes to us from Remember the Great Sports. Rick, ironically, I happen to live in Missouri in the Ozarks, and I only watched a couple episodes of the Ozarks, and I found myself pointing out many mistakes about not being really in the Ozarks. They film it in Georgia. However, it is not as bad as the 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri that was created by someone from the UK who once took a bus ride through Missouri. If you want to watch a true Missouri Ozarks movie that was actually filmed in southwest Missouri, check out Before She Was a Star movie, Winter's Bone, starring Jennifer Lawrence. Ooh. I am pretty sure you purred at Jennifer Lawrence before on this channel, saying you liked her, but if you want to see true Missouri, check out that movie, and don't get it confused with Winter's Tale, which is based off a Shakespearean play set in modern times. Changing gears back to this video, I agree, this is a horrible time to start pushing for money with Patreon. Pretty shadowy practice if you ask me. Thanks for sharing, brother. Next honorable mention comes to us from Altered Penguin. Another "you're jealous of other people's success" comment. So we associate e-begging with success now. The movie Idiocracy is becoming reality more and more. I watched a super chat yesterday because the YouTuber was supposed to talk about what is going on in the news. Well, 15 minutes in, people kept donating to him. I watched the entire stream just in awe. He made over $2,500 in donations. He spent half his time thanking his donators than actually speaking on the topic he originally wanted to talk about. Let alone his Cash App was displayed as well. He did not disclose how much he was receiving on Cash App. The sheer amount of just frivolous throwing away of money is mind-boggling to me. We are in the middle of a pandemic, recession, and people are giving him money, and I'm not talking $1 or $3, I'm talking $100, $500 donations. The fact that we see this as success in this day and age is crazy. Kids are starving, a good portion of children rely on school food to eat, and people choose to give money to grown-ass adults who do not need it. Yet Radical Rick is jealous for calling them out. Unbelievable. Thank you, Altered Penguin. Next up, with the final honorable mention, we have the Winged Avenger. Rick, I understand you're trying to be optimistic at all cost, but this is probably a real trailer. This is on the Game Chasers movie trailer. Not only do I believe those were actual scenes from the film, I think this is the way it will look when it comes out. I hope I'm wrong, because the indoor lighting and scenes from the film, the photography are atrocious. The acting is horrendous apart from Game Dave, who is decent. The worst actor is Jay, who is unwatchable. I never once believed him. The acting should have been the easiest thing to get decent, since they obviously used a digital camera and didn't have to worry about using up too much film. I have to think that even multiple takes couldn't get a decent performance out of that guy. That's surprising. They should have used pro actors, heavily reduced Jay's lines of dialogue, and shot the movie on 16mm film instead of just calling a bunch of YouTubers with no acting experience. Game Dave, on the other hand, technically has a good deal of acting experience, since many of his videos are scripted fiction. Instead, they went out of their way to spend their fans' money as lavishly as they could. By contrast, take the example of Christopher Nolan, who shot his first feature-length movie, The Excellent Following, on a budget of only $6,000. And guess what? He shot it on 16mm film with a real movie camera. He used theater actors who are much better than the YouTubers in the Game Chasers amateurish-looking $100,000 movie. As for the script, I'm sure you and many other people could do a decent job with the flimsy premise that this movie has, but why would you choose to do that? I was expecting the premise to be that they found out a super rare, never released game that was to be found in some mysterious place in a remote part of the country. But hunting down the nests of their childhood, no matter how much you suspend your disbelief, that's a terrible premise that defies all logic. Why defy logic when you don't have to? The Game Chasers have never written a script, and it shows. Why didn't they ask experienced screenwriters like Game Dave, James Rolfe, and Pat the Nestpunk to write the script with them? How can this film be good when the two principal filmmakers are complete newbies? The trailer gave me a sense of squalor that I haven't felt in ages. I hope it doesn't turn out as bad as the trailer makes it look. Thank you, Winged Avenger. Now getting right into the medal ceremony, the bronze medal goes to Juiced Memorial. I don't know why people will waste their time impersonating other people. It is so silly and plain dumb. Anyone doing it needs to find something else to do. If YouTube is their life, they need to get rid of it and find something real. I hear the outside is beautiful this time of year, and best of all, free. Work on themselves, whether it be physically or mentally. Clean the damn house, apartment, shack, tent. If they have something to say it as themselves and not be a coward. Have some pride in themselves and not hide behind sock accounts. I say what I feel I need to say, and if I'm wrong, I apologize and eat my words. I have to apologize to you, Rick, for having an outburst. 2 weeks ago? I let a lot of BS affect me, and I took it out on you, man. It was wrong of me and completely uncalled for. See that as a prideful statement and the right thing to do. Something that this fake Mick Hero and all the other sock accounts lack. Fake Mick Hero, fake Lone Wonder. This was from 3 months ago when there was an individual that was going around the internet creating fake Lone Wonders, fake Mick Heroes, many other fakes and everything. Someone told me recently that there's a fake of me running around in the Metal Jesus forums. And it's very sad. It's very sad that people feel the need, and it's done for no other reason than to discredit that actual person. You know? Unless in the case to where it's obviously a fake account, like it's obvious, it's over the top obvious, but it's done on YouTube channels, it's done on live streams. And I just don't, it's a cowardice move. It's the kind of move of somebody maybe that just has way too much free time on their hands, or doesn't seem to have that much of a high opinion of themselves, or maybe they don't value the time they have in real life. If you're spending your time, like you said, Juiced, if you're spending your time impersonating people on the internet, then it's time. It's time to reevaluate some things, you know? Thank you, Juiced Memorial. The silver medal comes to us from CM Retro Gaming. So I tuned into a live stream of a YouTuber that is frequently mentioned on this channel. It was a Q&A, so they weren't even playing a game. The defeated look in their eyes as they had to sit there on camera answering stupid ass questions like, "What's your favorite game? And are you getting The Last of Us 2?" That's really no one, that's just like a random voice, you know. I could do a different voice. I have lots of different voices. Was absolutely epic. Then all of a sudden, that first donation came in, and oh wow, they popped right up like a dog that's getting a piece of steak from the grill. You could see the now invested streamer keep looking at the chat in hopes that the next donation would come quickly, and after a few minutes, it did. I don't really watch a lot of these types of streams, but it seems to me that the person asking for your question doesn't really care about the questions. Sarcasm. All they really seem to care about is reeling in the big fish who will donate $5. So I guess Q&A stream equals e-begging smokescreen. Exactly. I think no one else ever really worded it like you. You know, in history of everybody leaving comments, I don't think anybody brought it up as a smokescreen. Exactly, that's what it is. You see these people saying, live stream, we'll answer questions, any questions, right? Or they have maybe a topic, right? But then things get quiet. They seem bored. They seem uninterested. But then they hear that chime. Oh, they hear that chime. And then they perk up like a dog getting a fucking bone. Then they perk up. You said a piece of steak. But yeah, it's a smoke screen. Okay? If you're a YouTuber and you're live streaming and you're accepting donations, CM Retro, he live streams. I caught a little bit of your live stream the other day, and I was pleasantly surprised that you were not taking in donations. That was fucking awesome. That was fucking awesome. You are getting on because you actually want to talk to people, right? If people are putting paywalls between themselves, and you might make an argument, well, they talk to people, everything's the same. No. you'll see a definite difference in most of these people live streaming that are getting donations when they get that donation. Okay? And that's a direct sign that the money is affecting their integrity. The money is affecting and pushing the conversation. The money has made them lose sight with the reason they first got on YouTube, which was to interact with others and to just have fun, especially the retro gaming channels. Thank you so much, CM Retro Gaming. And now, oh boy, we got a gold. We got a gold. This is, I think, this is a first-time commenter back 3 months ago, and few people have done this. Their first comment on the channel, if I'm to believe this person that they said here, and I have no reason to think they're lying, this is a first-time gold medalist with a first comment. Juliet, Indiana Mobile says, Rick, first time commenting on one of your videos, and let me start with much respect for what you do. I'm relatively new to YouTube and only started getting back interested in gaming in general over the last couple of years. I put my career and family over my hobbies for a while. When I first discovered that people were making videos on retro games, I got bit by the nostalgia bug and spent my morning commute listening to these people yammer on and bring up memories of yesteryear, MGR, RGT, Wood, Spawnwave, etc. I've never watched one of DreamCastGuy's videos in its entirety. I've mostly seen clips on other channels calling him out for the lies and misinformation he's put out on his channel. I'm not a talent scout of any kind, but I can say from what I've seen, this guy is bland. His delivery is terrible. His voice sounds have something in my throat there. His voice sounds congested and over unpleasant to listen to. He also misses the mark in the most important area. His content is regurgitation of crap and boring. I was honestly shocked to find that 174,000 people actually subbed to him. Not shocked at his sub count, really. Shocked that 174k people have nothing better to do with their time than waste it listening to this guy, pretending to be somebody in the know. From what I can tell, this guy has no professional experience of any kind in the industry or any industry. To my point, don't get heated over him. You do you. People like him and his clique buddies understand how fragile their situation is and sweat every time the house of cards shakes. Let his moronic fans send him money they likely don't have and send him gifts they likely can't afford. Continue to call him out. Eventually, folks will wake up and his 5 minutes will be over. Thanks again and looking forward to more content. Well, thanks for the comment there and welcome to the channel. 3 months ago. I see you're still around. It shocks me too. Like looking back on it, like when I first got on YouTube, when I was looking around, he was not one of the first channels I saw. I don't think it was really any gaming channels that I saw. I was really heavily into a lot of the car channels, right? And I would notice a lot of these personalities, and they were supposedly personalities, but they didn't have any personality to speak of. And then I looked at the sub boxes, and I thought, can that be real? 200, 300, 400,000? This guy's as bland as toast. What the fuck is going on here? And again, I would see channels. And then I went into the gaming, and I would see lots of. I think I saw MGR maybe early, but then I didn't see him for years. And back around the Basement League kind of stuff, then I noticed him again. But you know what? I would just notice consistently. A lot of these people just didn't seem to have a personality of their own.